It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
Indiana Pacers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, touching each other, or interrupt play.
Coming right up, the Pacers taking on the Nets. For Indiana, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, and with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this? This part of the season.
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes, so I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Sarr, Whitehead out there with Barnes. And it's Thunder, and it's Smith in at the shooting guard position. He takes it in. The kick out to Barnes. There's the triple. Nice shot by Smith.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Valentine. Here's Willis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Whitehead. Last time out he had 13 points. No good with the layup. Knocked loose. Throws it up high.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And here is McDaniel. Pass to Valentine. To the paint. Here's Willis. Plays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Thunder. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
McDaniels up top. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland. Clock at 4. Inside, here's Hawkins. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Thunder, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Hawkins, a screen on Smith, pass to Hawkins. Smith against McDaniel. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Valentine shot, good.
Right now, they're humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
Barnes against Hawkins. Barnes passes to Thunder. From downtown, it's hauled in by Hawkins.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now, Valentine. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Nets trail by 5. Thunder passes to Smith. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Offensive rebound with the second effort. That's tipped. Pass to Thunder, and there's the drive. Smith scanning the floor. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now, here's Valentine. He's covered closely. Top of the key. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Got that one up quick.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
There's a screen by Willis. Valentine with it. He's got 5. And Sarr pulls it down.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And that one drops for him.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. The 11-footer got it, and he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Here's Sarr. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Hawkins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Wright kicks to Willis. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's McDaniels. Brooklyn with the rebound.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And it's Smith missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
3-pointer right. Rebound by Thunder. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Barnes. Down low. Here's Willis, and it's Willis finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Stewart's checked in for Indiana. Then for the Nets, Dawkins checked in for Song. And Wells is subbed in for Whitehead. Valentine passes to McDaniels. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready. Nets trail by 5. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Whitehead out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Dawkins. Then it's Madsen. And it's Thunder in at the point.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Outside Collins. Pass to Filipowski. Shot clock at 5. Here's McDaniels. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Here's Dawkins. Here's Thunder. Goes up to the stripe. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Hawkins has got 8 rebounds in this game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Thunder passes to Madsen. Pass to Thunder. Here's Whitehead. Launches it. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. With the drive.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the 76ers was a revelation. He scored 32 points, and his hustle on the defensive end was amazing. He had a number of steals. Numbers like that are sure to get attention around the league, and everyone's excited to see what he does tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Stars checked in for Dawkins. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's McDaniels. Back to Collins. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Thunder.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup and there's no telling just how different this team looked. And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
Fires at the elbow. Shot by Collins, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Thunder, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside Collins. Pass to Filipowski. To the wing on the left. Outside Collins. Just 4 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by the Nets. A 3-point spread on the scoreboard. Driving inside. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Here's Thunder. Jacks up a 3. Filipowski grabs the board. Knocked away. Here's Thunder. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Willis, he checked in for Hawkins, and it's Wright in for McDaniels. Nets on defense. Collins passes to Stewart. Indiana moving the ball around. Outside Collins. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
That's a 2 from Barnes. Pacers with the rebound. Willis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Collins kicks to Wright. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And the Nets with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Yep, that one goes. Madsen's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Wright looking around. Pass to Willis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Great open look there. Madsen's got 7 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
And the foul called on Thunder. That's his 4th foul. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And taking a look at the Pacers, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Indiana Pacers.
They got to tighten things up, man. Turnovers has been a major problem. I'm surprised to see such a lack of focus from them.
This is what they're hearing in the locker room. Concentrate, fellas.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We play through. Checked in for Brooklyn. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Let's hear it for you.
We've got Hawkins. McDaniels is out there with Valentine. Then there's Willis. And it's Wright in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And stolen by Song. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Thunder. Oh, my goodness, the slam. Oh, the devastating windmill jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. The three. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here is McDaniel. 7 points in the game. Barnes against Hawkins. And it's Barnes stabbing it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Now, Wright. He's got 5. Valentine with it. 6 to shoot to end the run. Got a piece of it.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Thunder passes to Sarr. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Sarr's got his 2nd basket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Right outside. Pass to Valentine. Nifty move. Hawkins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Alex Sarr. For Indiana, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
And they only made 70% of their free throws as a team a season ago. Certainly room for improvement.
And so Hawkins drills both of them. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Nets leading by 16. Smith the pass to Whitehead. Nets passing it around. Out to Smith. Plenty of space. Again, the Nets for 2.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Pass to Wright. Back to McDaniels. Now here's Valentine. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Valentine's got 18 points.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart them, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Barnes with it. Now guarded by Valentine. Barnes passes to Thunder. Back to Barnes. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Substitution on the court.
.111 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Stewart. Here's Filipowski, covered by Barnes. The 10-footer. Shot's good by Filipowski. Nets leading by 13. Here's Thunder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
The Pacers making a switch here. Garrett's checked in. McDaniels kicks to Collins. They set the pick. And he drives in. Rebound, Brooklyn. They led the game at 1 point by 20. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And he jams it with authority.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Rebound that time, collected by Madsen.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
The shot by Dawkins is no good.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Sarr out there with Dawkins. Then it's Thunder. Then there's Wells. Here's the floater. Pass to Sarr. Here's Thunder, over by Conley. Takes it inside. Wells. A 3-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 17. Here's McDaniels. Back to Collins. Shoots it up. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. They get it back. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 19.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
They set the pick. Collins, that's a 2-pointer, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
A shot by Wells, no good.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Pass to Stewart. And once again off the mark by Indiana. To the left wing, takes the 3. Wells' shot is good.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
The Pacers call timeout. And the Nets making a change here. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Outside Conley. Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generations to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
From the corner, Whitehead's shot is off.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Collins with it. Now Smith defending. And And here we go. Fast break. Sars got it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Filipowski. Free throw good. Sar. The Pacers making a change here. Gill's checked in. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Nets. That one misses. For Indiana, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. And that one's good. Gill.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Nets leading by 20. Smith outside. Barnes outside. The Nets working the ball around now. From outside the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He knocked down a three in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now, here's Collins. 6 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sars got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Thunder. He's guarded by Collins. Smith for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Gill. RG, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Willis, he checked in for Filipowski. Wright comes in for Gill. McDaniels, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Valentine in for Collins. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Stewart.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Whitehead, and the layup is good. Whitehead's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Smith outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
There's the drive. Valentine shot good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Brooklyn leading by 21. Thunder passes to Barnes. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Hawkins checked in for Indiana. Both free throws good from Thunder.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Valentine kicks to right. Back to Valentine. Drills the three-pointer. Valentine's got 23.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Thunder passes to Smith. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Valentine dishes to Wright. Pass to Hawkins. Now McDaniels. There's a screen by Willis. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Right outside. Misses the three. Nets leading by 20. Here's Thunder, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Nick Smith with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
And he can't get the first one.
Willis. 2 shots.
So he comes up empty at the line. The Nets have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And they pick up 2.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Indiana moving it around. Throws down the alley-oop slam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. And a wide-open look for Saar. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Indiana's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And here is Valentine.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Unloads from 13. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Thunder. To the middle. Smith the pass to Saar. And here is Barnes. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record as a galley win for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbed.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.